So welcome back to Reimagine. Here we are in our January conference with so many interesting interviews going on underway. We're talking to some of the most important people in the space. And as I say that sentence with the same breath, I introduce none other than Justin Sun. We're talking here about the founder of TRON, the CEO of BitTorrent. The list goes on and on. The accomplishments of this man in the space, a titan in the crypto world. And he joins us here today on Reimagine to discuss some of the latest developments and things going on in his world. Justin, firstly, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks, Asher.
All right, so Justin, I want to kick things off with a little bit of a look back at some of the things that have happened over the year. So 2020, pretty amazing year in the crypto space. I think everyone can agree. But could you cap off for us what you see as your biggest personal achievements and also those for TRON?
Yes, I believe we have lots of achievements. I think the one of the biggest is still we have these days, as we all know, we have like 9 billion USDT sit on TRON blockchain right now, and also we are processing 500K transactions on USDT every day. And now TRX has become the largest network for USDT, even more than Ethereum. And also, of course, on protocol level, we have lots of the progress. In 2020, we launched TRON 4.0 and increase our network speeds 4 times faster than before. And also, same time, we launched JST token, which also powered by JustSwap, JustLand, JustStable, and lots of the DeFi ecosystem on TRON also increased dramatically in 2020. And also, at the same time, we've seen the collaboration with lots of the institution. For example, BIGO issue WETH and the WBTC on top of the TRON network. And also at the same time, we have BTC ETH on TRON, which we have over 15K BTC right now on our network. And at the same time, we also have AMPL launch their stablecoin. It's like algorithm stablecoin on the TRON network. And also at the same time, we collaborate with TUSD on launch TUSD on TRON, offer regulated stable token on TRON. And also, of course, in October, Coinbase announced support of exploring the support of TRX. Coinbase Custody announced exploring the support of TRX and TRC 10 and 20 token, include BTT, GHC, Sun, Wing, and the USDJ as well. And also, I think TRON have a very robust DApp ecosystem. We have the #1 active DApp ecosystem right now in the space. And also at the same time, I believe we also have a great achievement. Of course, we have dinner with Warren Buffett at the beginning of 2020. So I believe in 2021, we will have more celebrity join the TRON events.
Wow, it's amazing to think that dinner with Warren Buffett was just last year. It seemed like that was before Corona, before everything. It seems so long ago. Yeah, exactly. Certainly an impressive list of achievements when you lay it out like that. It sounds like so much has come from TRON in 2020. I guess I'd like to drill in a little bit. So, as with much of the industry, TRON sort of followed the trend of consolidation. Bringing in the likes of Steemit, DLive into the network protocols. What do you make of this consolidation trend in the crypto and blockchain space as a whole? Do you think this is going to continue? Is it good for the space, bad for the space? What are your thoughts?
Yes, we definitely always trying to make all the applications integrate into the Tron blockchain. So that's also why we acquire like BitTorrent in the first place. We want to bring this mass adoption and user base into the crypto space. I think we also have lots of the collaboration, as you said, with Steemit, DLive. We just trying to bring like more people get into crypto space with applications. For example, Steemit is one of the largest decentralized social network, so everybody can feel free to post any information without censorship. So as we know today, the censorship of the social network has become extremely popular topic in United States. We just want to offer like a censorship resistance platform for all the users. And also at the same time, I think DLive is the same. So we want to make this kind of the live streaming available. And also, of course, DLive is trying to launch like DLive protocol, which also is about the decentralized live streaming services. Hope everybody can try this out, and I believe this is gonna be also be a very big breakthrough in 2021.
You touched on there, Justin, with the conversation around Steemit and censorship on social media platforms.
Exactly.
Just quickly to think about that for a moment. Are you seeing increased usership on Steemit as a result of as a response to some of the actions taken by US social media?
Yes, definitely. We've seen some of the traffic start to use Steemit. Because for the Steemit network, we always trying to provide everybody with blockchain technology. So all the things you say on the Steemit is stored in the blockchain. Basically, like no one can delete your data in the first place. So the reason why we are doing this is we believe it's just like Bitcoin. So every transaction of Bitcoin is posted on the Bitcoin blockchain, is available to everyone. So we are seeing these kind of the things. It's more like a data services. We need a data services is censorship resistance. No center party control the data. So it's just like financial transactions. So the data information, the things you want to post it online should be always available there instead of like somebody can censor it, delete it, or with any kind of reason at all. So we want to make this just like Bitcoin. So it's available for everyone in the space.
Very interesting point and very relevant to the current conversation being had all over the world. Yeah. All right, so you just to change topics a little bit now, Justin, you recently wrote a piece, opinion piece for CoinDesk on the fight for consumer adoption. Very relevant at the moment with the current sort of cycle of hype and enthusiasm. You made the case that the true success goes beyond just one single network and requires many networks working together. Now, how do you envisage this sort of network sharing, interoperability, however you put it, playing out in 2021?
Yes, definitely. I think we definitely seen a lot of the blockchain and tokens start to collaborate together or merge together in 2021. I can give you some example. In 2020, I think we start with WBTC get extremely popular on Ethereum. More and more people start to use WBTC rather than BTC to have this kind of the possibility to interact with smart contract by BTC. And also we see a lot of the people start to issue Ethereum and BTC on Tron network as well. So Poloniex is the first exchange to support it. And we start to see this kind of the collaboration between different kind of the blockchain. And I believe this is gonna have more in the future. So right now on the Tron blockchain, for example, we have BTC, ETH, WBTC, WETH. We have like also LTC is coming on the Tron platform. We have seen more and more other tokens as assets come onto Tron platform. For example, like BTC, LTC, this is all POW tokens. For itself, you don't have smart contract, but you can have smart contract function by supporting by Tron and the Ethereum network. So I think this is, first of all, this is one kind of the collaboration between different kind of the blockchain. And also, I believe Tron will become a layer 2 solution for lots of the popular assets on the network. I can give you an example here. For example, last year, USDT is only transact on Ethereum and the Omni network, which is extremely expensive, slow, and also very hard to use them. And after Tron support it in 2020, numerous amount of the traffic start to migrate to Tron. So right now, every day, we have almost 700K USDT transaction per day, and the Tron is the one handle over 500 transaction, and the Ethereum have 200 transaction, 200K transaction. And I even believe the USDT on Tron actually is one of the biggest bull market driven factor for the trading in the first place. Because imagine like before, when the USDT is only available on Omni network, which the maximum capacity is only 8,000. So it's very hard for people if you're trying to buy crypto. Sending Omni is extremely slow. You can't even buy them. You can't even move them between all different kind of exchange. And the traders is very hard to buy and sell token in the first place and move all those funds. But with instant payment with Tron, right now it's zero fee instant payment of the USDT, and TUSD is coming, and more regulated stable coins coming. It's extremely for people easier for people to buy crypto in the first place because it's only costs like 1 second, right? So I can tell you like the user experience is very friendly. So today you deposit money onto for example TUSD, you deposit the money from Silvergate to TUSD account, is gonna issue TUSD on Tron instantly, and you can instantly deposit TUSD on Tron into Binance and buying crypto immediately. So basically the process before, if you want to buy some crypto in Binance, it's gonna cost you like a week. You need to like purchase USDT first. It costs you like 3-5 days to wire the money to USDT in the first place, and the wire the money to from Omni costs you like half a day, and then you can buy crypto. So right now all the transaction become 1 second. So we have reduced this kind of the money on ramp for crypto from like even more than a week to almost zero for the majority amount of the crypto. Yeah, so that's why I believe this is a huge like breakthrough for USDT. I think more token like Bitcoin, Ethereum, TUSD, USDC will all running on Tron blockchain.
I mean, so and you said it, you put it interestingly there. You said, you know, Tron can serve in some ways as a layer 2 solution. I mean, is that an ultimate vision that you see for Tron going forward, that ultimately in its final form, it will serve as a layer 2, faster, easier, cheaper solution for these other sort of, you know, reserve currencies of the system like Bitcoin?
Yes, definitely. I believe this is like one of the very interesting idea. Lots of the people didn't even pay attention. I believe in the future, for example, 2022, you will find out actually the majority of the Bitcoin may even move on Tron network instead of Bitcoin network. So Bitcoin network today, we know like Bitcoin have a cap. So Bitcoin can only process like 200K to 300K transaction per day. That's the cap of Bitcoin network. I don't believe like when 7 billion people start to use Bitcoin, we only have 200K transaction per day. So we're gonna have like 20 million transaction per day, even 50 million transaction per day. And the majority of it will process on Tron network. It's just like USDT, So right now, Omni is still like 8K transaction. Tron is already like 500K, right? In the future, like USDT on Tron gonna be like 2 million, 3 million. Omni will still be like 8K. So basically, if you want to in the future transact extremely large amount of Bitcoin, for example, like 100 million US dollar Bitcoin, you can use Bitcoin network. But if you only transact like 10K US dollar worth of Bitcoin, you won't gonna use Bitcoin network anymore. You will use Tron network. And to if you want to change to like real Bitcoin, you can withdraw from exchange, right? We have like one-to-one reserve for that, but you don't have to. So you will just like use USDT. You're gonna hold on the BTC on Tron, and also the same time you're gonna transact BTC on Tron on the Tron network.
So, I mean, that's a powerful vision you've laid out there for Tron. Does that mean, am I understanding it correctly? Does that mean that you see Tron's biggest competitor as being more of something, let's say, like the Lightning Network, more so than Ethereum? Am I understanding that correctly?
First of all, I believe like different kind of the layer 2 solution is compete, of course, with one another. Users can use different kind of the way to interact with smart contract in the first place. But I can give you some example why I believe this kind of the smart contract layer 2 is the best option. Because compared to other layer 2 solution, for example, if you move BTC on Tron network, you not only get the benefits of the instant transaction and the free fee, but also at the same time, remember, Tron is a smart contract network. You can easy to swap with all the USDT on Tron network in the first place. So you don't need to trade Bitcoin in the future. Right now, we already have 9 billion US dollars on Tron network. You can feel free to sell those Bitcoin and then withdraw the USDT on the network. In the future, because Tron is like OS ecosystem, it's like Android. So people can issue TUSD, USDC, all different kind of the like Bitcoin, all different kind of the Ethereum, all different kind of the stablecoin. So it's easy to swap all the token via the Just Swap network. And also, not forget, we also have compound on Tron. It's like a land, just land on Tron network. You can deposit Bitcoin to earn interest. You can lend Bitcoin for interest. You can easier to swap to USDT. You can put Bitcoin as a collateral and then borrow USDT to borrow TUSD. So you can have numerous amount of the application and the possibility on the Tron network. So move Bitcoin on Tron not only have the benefits of the fast speed and zero fee, but also you will have this kind of numerous amount of the use case. You can play like Bitcoin in some like a gaming platform, and also remember, it's also extremely easier for other exchange to doing a lot of transaction in the future. For example, right now, if like you are like an exchange builder, right now you need to have a very comprehensive wallet team to support all the wallet, right? Support Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tron, all different kind of the wallet. But in the future, if all the crypto assets reserve running on Tron blockchain, you only need to support Tron. blockchain, and then you can support all different kind of the assets on Tron platform. It's like Steve Jobs when they first introduced like iPhone, right? So they told like people what difference between iPhone and Nokia. It's like with iPhone, you get all the possibility. So somebody may just want to listen to the music, they want to use iPhone. But some people want to use the map on iPhone, right? Somebody is enjoy like the game on iPhone. So all the people's demand can be put into one Apple store. This is something like Nokia can ever compete with them, right? So that's also my idea for the Tron blockchain is to become like a layer 2 for all the assets. But this is only the first step, After the layer 2 for all the assets, they can collaborate with one another, even provide a bigger, like a scalable, like a DeFi ecosystem, and all the assets can interact with one another.
Oh, it's a powerful vision. I mean, the Tron network as the operating system and the access point, the user point for the average user across the crypto world. It's an interesting vision, and one, I mean, that user experience, user interface sort of issue is one that the crypto world needs to deal with. Do you think Tron is positioned to be the solution to that problem?
Yes, definitely. We all know Ethereum has a cap of like a transaction. It's like 1 million transaction per day. So Ethereum can't scale. So I think right now we already process more than 2 million transaction per day. Tron, we on layer 1, our cap is like 50 million transaction per day. So we can process much more transaction than we can process now. We still have 25 times, this kind of the scalability possibility. And after that, we also have layer 2 solution, Sun Network, which bring Tron capacity to like unlimited. So that's why I believe if like everything's built on Tron blockchain will eventually have this kind of the explosive growth, which I think we already seen today. So before that, Tron every day newly registered users is only like 3K, 4K. But right now we already have over like 100K registered users every day. So I believe in 2022 we're gonna have like 1 million like registered users per day, which will bring like everybody into the game.
As I said, a powerful vision you have there. It's going to be a fascinating year to see if and how that plays out over this year. Yeah. But all right, I want to move tax a little bit and talk about something close to home, literally for you, China and their role in the blockchain space at the moment. Yes. Obviously, China has proven itself to be a significant player in the blockchain space throughout 2020 and looks set to grow. I want to get into your sort of personal roles and responsibilities in a moment. But first, could you just give me a little bit of a brief overview of the state of blockchain technology and acceptance and regulation, et cetera, whatever you find most interesting in China at the moment?
Yes, definitely. So first of all, I believe the biggest advantage for China in the blockchain space is they have like first of all, they have the largest population in the world. And also this kind of the 1.4 billion people, like majority of them, 70% at least, is unbanked. So so if you see like the credit card holders in China only have less than like 100 million credit card. So a lot of the people is unbanked. So the only way they can interact with bank is from WeChat Pay and Alipay today. So that's why I believe, for example, today, if you want to have like a Tron account, the cost is zero. It's just like Bitcoin addresses. To get like a Tron account, to get a Bitcoin addresses, the cost is almost zero. So this is the best solution, I believe, for China, for Africa, for India, for those have extremely large amount of the people. And because the financial services is extremely expensive. The reason why the bank in China, India, like Africa, they can't serve like over 1 billion people is because the cost of the financial services is extremely high per person. So that's why, for example, like a bank, they can't like for example like Wells Fargo, they can't like serve the same business model like Google to serve like 5 billion people around the world, right? So Wells Fargo can only serve the people they have, and they might even close your account if you not like use them like regularly, right? Because the financial services has lots of cost. So I believe TRON is a very powerful tool, can support the financial services in China for the poor people, and also of course for India and Africa. And also I believe this is also like not only this perspective, we have one more. I think it's also very powerful. It's because TRON is a protocol like internet globally for everyone. So anyone get account on TRON network can directly communicate with the one who get in China and can communicate with India and the United States. So basically, there is zero fee for you to transfer your money from China to Africa, to India, to United States. So which make us even more much more powerful than PayPal. Because PayPal can only transfer money inside of PayPal ecosystem. And also at the same time, is PayPal can only serve those like large countries, because for can only serve those like United States or some country in Europe. Because for China, for India, for Africa, they use a very different kind of the financial system, which PayPal can't just like plug in, you know. So that's why with the TRON like ecosystem, every person in the world can have like a zero cost of the way to open like a bank account and then interactive with other people. So that's why I believe like USDT, QSD, like USDC might just be the first chapter. In the future, we're gonna see like RMB, like GP, GPP, GBP, and also EUR, like all different kind of the currency, like Africa currency, gonna be all like available on TRON network.
Again, I mean, you talk so powerfully about the technology, and I love that vision that you have. But as we all know, at the end of the day, when we start talking about fiat currencies, governments are going to have to get involved, and they will get involved one way or another, either to help or stand in the way of these currencies and these free movements of money, as you just mentioned. Now, you're in a unique position because you've just been appointed to the editorial board of Information China. Yeah. Firstly, could you explain a little bit about what that means to our viewers, and then perhaps tell us a little bit about your role there and what the implications are?
Yes, definitely. I want to first of all introduce like a very powerful agency in China called Develop and Reform Committee in China. So the Development and Reform Committee is directly support and report to the Chinese State Department. So basically, you know, like for like U.S. government, U.S. have like a cabinet under the president, have a cabinet, and the cabinet is like the China State Department. So the cabinet is equivalent to the State Department in China. And the State Department in China directly leads the Reform and Development Committee in China. So a lot of the decision making made by the Chinese government, especially talking about economic decision, not like politics decision, but the economic decision is made by the Development and the Reform Committee. So if you heard their name, you're gonna know what they do, right? They responsible for development and also for reform, economic reform in China. So the Information magazine is the official magazine and for the Reform and Development and Reform Committee in China. So basically, all the message the Reform Development and Reform Committee want to send to the market, want to get to the market in the future, and also for all their employee, government employee, they will read information magazine as one of the most important piece for the in the markets. So you can see information magazine is like Wall Street Journal, but it's more like a government, like Wall Street version of the Wall Street Journal in China. Because like government rely on lots of the, because you know in China difference is lots of the media is government owned media. So that's why information magazine is more like a government owned Wall Street Journal, but they still provide a very comprehensive insights for the government official in the Development and Reform Committee in the first place. So I'm right now the editor, board member of the editor board in Information Magazine. I think because of they believe blockchain gonna be one of the most important opportunities in China for this century. As like President Xi already reaffirmed in his speech for the blockchain in 2019. He pointed out like blockchain is the one of the most important technology Chinese government gonna invest into. So that's why I believe this is a huge opportunity, not only for me, for TRON, but also for blockchain industry overall.
Right, and I guess just to help understand, I mean, how much influence will you be able to exert there? I mean, will you be able to, as a a crypto and blockchain pioneer and entrepreneur in the space, will this give you a platform in which to spread that information to the Chinese government and to Chinese government officials to actually get them to take that more on board? Although, as you said, President Xi Jinping has already implied and then said that China wants to move ahead with blockchain technology.
Exactly. I think in China, the trust is very important among all the government officials and the common people in China. For example, if you want to lead new idea in China, to get this kind of the state-owned enterprise and the state-owned media to recognize the value of the blockchain is extremely important. For example, other technology like AI, like blockchain, and this kind of technology, if you want to get really popular in China, people gonna have lots of doubts. People gonna have lots of the misunderstanding of the technology. So that means you need to get on the right platform to give a very neutral and very important message to the public in the first place. So which I can give you like a very important breakthrough we made last year is we also collaborate with 学习强国, which means which is an extremely important platform for all the Chinese government officials. This is not only for Reform and Development Committee, it's for all the government officials, including the Standing Committee in China, which means is the whole cabinet for China, and the People's Parliament, which means People's Congress, and also for the Supreme Court in China. It's all the important government agency. They, for all the those employee members, they need to learn about the article on 学习强国. So means learn and learn to power China. So basically means learn to power China. So they need to learn from that every day. So all the material gonna come from very important and neutral message from the industry leader. So I was invited by Learn to Power China to write a piece about blockchain in 2020. So I write about blockchain, educated all the government official, and I believe we're gonna have like more like interview in the future. I believe this is a very important platform to convey those message to the Chinese people in the first place. Because as we know, I believe sometimes I also get interview from Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, those very prestigious media as well. But I think when it comes to China, Chinese people trust more like Learn to Power China and the information magazine more than Western media. So that's why I believe have this kind of local voice is extremely important if you want to get to the next step in the industry.
An important and powerful message to speak to where people are actually listening. I guess as well, I'd want to ask, is there any specific plans or upcoming moves that you know about coming from the Chinese government in relation to blockchain or cryptocurrencies? Anything you can sort of tell us about?
Yes, definitely. I believe Chinese government is already like working on DCP for quite a long time. I believe 2021 is also a very important year for China to launch the first like digital currency in the world, actually supported by like of course like one of the most powerful government in the world. And I also believe after DCP comes to into the markets, it's gonna bring a numerous amount of the attention of the blockchain technology to the general people in China. So that's why I believe this is a very important opportunity in 2021 if you really want to develop blockchain application in China.
Certainly, it will be a powerful move if China does go ahead and launch the DCP in 2021. Exactly. Something I think we're all looking to see. All right, so moving from government to business, we've seen 2020 and the start of 2021 already be a year in which Western businesses have started to take cryptocurrencies very seriously, yes. Starting to make those big investments. Are we seeing the same thing play out in China?
Yes, I believe we have the same thing in China. So recently, I talk about like the community and the enterprise in China. I think in China, people also feel this kind of the FOMO, right? So fear to miss out. So right now, like everybody is talking about Bitcoin. Everybody is talking about the opportunity in the blockchain industry. So I believe definitely we see like huge opportunity in Asia, especially in China. So that's why I believe if I'm the CEO of like Grayscale, Coinbase, and those very large Western like business powerful owners and enterprise in China, they should spend some time in Asia and China as well. As we know, like China is like the what basically the only crypto market has the same like market size compared to United States. So I believe in Asia, especially China, there sits lots of the opportunities.
Certainly, many opportunities there for Chinese business to really get into that and tap into that FOMO, as you say. But do you think we're likely to be able to go on, let's say, Tencent or Alibaba and buy goods with our Bitcoin anytime soon, or with our TRON for that matter?
Yes, I believe. First of all, I definitely believe this is gonna come in. But I think Tencent, Alibaba might be a little bit conservative. They might, I think, gonna try in their overseas services first, and then after they get like a good take of this, I think they're gonna slowly migrate to their domestic services.
Okay, so you think this drive starts a little bit more outside of China as a testing ground?
Yeah, and also, for example, like start with Hong Kong, is part of China, but also is for a regulation perspective, it's more, I think it's more innovative. So they can get this place to start at the beginning.
Well, that would certainly be a hugely symbolic and powerful move if we started to
Yes.
see Tron or any cryptocurrencies really being available on such influential platforms. All right, Justin, coming towards sort of the ends of my lines of questioning here, but you have made a name for yourself in the crypto space by being the man with announcements. You've always got a good announcement coming down the pipeline. 2021, here we are in January. Any big announcements for yourself, for Tron, BitTorrent, whatever, that you have coming along the way, and anything you can share with us?
Yes, I believe Tron, we have a very powerful cross-chain solution we're gonna deliver in 2021 Q1. And also at the same time, we have like a layer 2 solution, which will powerful by some token in Q1 this year. So just stay tuned for the information. And also for BTT, we also have some important update. We want to update our community. So definitely stay tuned for that.
Okay, well, some pretty exciting stuff there. And one final last question just before I let you go. It's a bit of a theme we've got running through this conference because we're in such an exciting sort of market hype and everyone's talking about crypto and blockchain technology at the moment. A lot of newcomers entering the space, people who've not been in the industry before. Any advice that you give to a newcomer who wants to enter the cryptocurrency space?
Yes, definitely. I believe this is never too late to get into the crypto industry. Even this is Bitcoin is already almost 40K. Lots of people may see like, do I like it's too late for get into the ship? I think we just everything is just get started. So don't hesitate and be ready for these golden opportunities for our generation.
Well, Justin, you certainly know how to put an inspiring message out there. Justin Sun, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. It's so important to get these conversations out there into the world and keep everyone informed in such a fast-moving market. I'm excited to see what happens with Tron over 2021 and if all these visions really do come good and come true. Justin, thanks again for being with us, and for everyone watching Reimagine, stay with us and make sure you keep watching all our good interviews for this Reimagine.
Okay, thank you so much.